Good night, folks. Wednesday, 5 of June. Update of today activity on CISO. Well, it seems that it was a boring day, but that's not the case. Let me explain. At the middle of the day, we have some kind of little run will bring us from 97 cents to $1.04. And at that moment, that was a market maker. There was a drop of 250,000 shares. That's not retail. To break the run. And from there, we trade around $1. So that was clearly a manipulation to break some kind of run. The confirmation of that is that today numbers of dark pool activity is sky high. I mean, 80%. Honestly, I don't remember seeing a number so high in the dark pool. 80% is enormous. That means that 8 trade on 10. That was not, that was not in the market. It was out of the market. So clearly, it's manipulation. They break the run. They trade in the dark pool. What do you want me to say? Now we can see, as you see here, that we have some clear sign. We have a RSI which is going down under 50. We have OBV, so unbalanced volume, going up. Unbalanced volume is, the volume in comparison with the price. So each time you have volume, the price spike, and then it's going down on low volume. So all that mean accumulation. And the RSI going down mean manipulation to keep the price down. So now you can see we have clearly a cup and handle formation. That's very typical of a stock who is ready to run. I don't know when, but it's a question of days before something happens. So the first good sign will be to have the RSI above 50. That will break the downtrend of the RSI. Second sign is that if we cross on volume the price of $1.4, if that happen, we will be going in the direction of $2.05, $3. A lot of technical guys are saying end of June, that target. Let's see, because it's always difficult to say. But what we can say is that the average percentage of order who are redirecting the dark pool is around 67%. This is very high. And the last days, we have days of 71%, 72, 67, and now 80%. So it's clearly a stock who is compressed by the market maker. They are collecting shares. Last Friday was a huge attack. And now, basically, they are trying to keep the price around $1. That level is not, for nothing. I mean, that's because we have the 200 moving average at 0.97, so they just keep the price there. And when they will be okay, they will release the horses, and this is going to run. The fact that we visit 1.7 a few days ago mean that there is really a lot of pressure. It's big compression, and any kind of, we don't even need news, every day on my scanners I see stock running on no news. That's basically when market maker decide that they can let it go. You must understand that in order to control the price, they need shares. Why? Because they need to sell shares during the run to avoid, some kind of halt. Because halt happen when they don't have shares. So now they are collecting in order to be able to sell during the run. I think the official short number is not very relevant here. The last 2 days it was above 50%, today 40%. But I mean, we have so much order on the dark pool, basically we are completely blind of what's really going on. Because what's official here is a very little part of the trading activity. Imagine the price reflects 20% of the orders, 80% are out of the market. So, crazy story. I feel each day a little bit more confident, and I'm very curious to see how this is going to go, because the good part for us is that very, very few people are looking at CISO. It's absolutely out of the radars. So people will be attracted when they see, percentage movements and volume. And we may already be above 1.5 when people look at CISO. So actually, I repeat myself, is an incredible opportunity to have a profitable company selling at less than 1x sales. If you check the cybersecurity, other stocks, they are all trading between 5 to 20x sales. So if we only talk about 5x, that's mean a market cap of $150 to $200 million, and that's mean a stock price from $5 to $7. So that's reality. Now it's just a question of confirmation, and I really hope for all of us that we are analyzing this story on the right way. And I don't see any reason why we cannot have a run. What I'm a little bit afraid is that when it's going to run, it will be out of control, and it will be difficult to trade because there will be some excess and big volatility, because a lot of shares are in the hand of insiders. A lot of shares are in the hand of retail who have made their due diligence and know what they have in their hands. And there is not a lot of shares available. I mean, between the insiders and the retail, I will not be surprised if we have something around 10 million shares available, really, in the market. So, above all this, you have the naked short, the fail to deliver. Who knows where we are going? I hope for our emotion that there will not be too much excess, because when that happens, you will have some dumps and flippers and all kind of strange thing happening. But I don't think we're going to have a regular run, going up slowly. I think this is prime for some kind of spike, and it will be difficult to trade. The only thing that I can see is that $2.5 is a clear target, technical target. But as you know, the price not always reflect logics. I mean, if you take, I don't remember the ticker, but I mean, whatever. Sometimes one news Well, yeah, I remember. I think once BTM was at $2.50 a few days ago. Now it's around $4.05 or $4, $5. I don't remember. Basically, the RSI is sky high, completely overheated, but it continues to go up because there is some kind of news to justify the price. And then when that happens, the market maker don't care about RSI and all these things. This is relevant for more conventional stocks that people know with clear earnings and expectation. Here we are trading at less than one-time sales. We will be profitable because they are going in the direction of software with high margin sales. And this new configuration have forced the market maker to organize this setup, and to avoid a run when they are not ready, they drop, like today, big sell orders and redirect a lot of order in the dark pool to control the price. The price is completely barcoding for 3 days in a row. This is absolutely not normal, but they do that when they want to organize a run and don't want to be, with pocket empty of shares during the run. I don't know how much time this is going to last. Maybe, you never know, but I think until the 9th of June, I may be wrong, I may be right. Take advantage of the last 4 or 5 trading days to accumulate, because after that, you will need to pay the double of the price to have some CISO and even more in the future. This is a turnaround story. It's another company, nothing to do with last year. New margins, new float, new everything, less debt. So, to give you an example, SPWH, Sports House, they are selling fishing and hunting tools, materials to the public. It's kind of Walmart of the camping, the fishing, hunting. The stock was at $1 like 2 months ago. Then the company proved that even if they are not doing money, they are not making money. They have a lot of gross sales, above $1 billion, but they are not making money. When the market have seen that they were turning around the story, and that the bleeding was over, that they stabilized things. And remember, SPWH have not a lot of growth and very little margins, so it's not good to compare, but just to let you know. So you can see that the stock was at $1, and then today I think we close at $2.06, and it's going up. And this business is low margins, not making profits. It's just because they are turning around the story. And it was a dollar stock. And I will not repeat the whole list of the stock. Wasn't the same case. CLOV, MVST, EOS, all at $1. And now they are $3, $4 after spiking higher, but now they are at that price. So this is the last days you can buy the stock at this price. I'm not sure 100% if that was the case we will all be millionaire, but every sign point in that direction. If you have other position in some other stock, I really think that you will not find a better setup than CISO. So if you have to sell some position in other stock and go all in CISO, I think this is justified here. The only way we all may be wrong is that if the CEO is lying, but the market don't price that. The market is pricing a turnaround story, and it's manipulate to keep the price at $1. That's why you have high percentage in the dark pool, and you have, like today, big drops of 250,000 shares during the run to push the price from 104 to $1 to break the run. And for this kind of stock, this amount of share is a big drop. It's a big drop. Today, it was total, the volume is around 1.2 million, with 900 million redirect in the dark pool. It's crazy. So now the question is, where do we go? What is the price? Well, if it's technically, I will say 253. If it's related to the market cap, I don't see any way we can be selling for less than 2-3 times sales. That's mean $3-4. And from there, who knows? News with Amazon, news with big contract, news of sales of software. I don't know. The only thing I know is that $1 is very, very, very low. And if a company like SPWH can go from $1 to 2.5 in a few weeks, knowing they are not making money and they have a low margin business, what about us? What about us? Let's see what happens, folks. Take care.